Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Winner Circle Sports Betting podcast. Sean Higgs coming at you here. It's Tuesday the 20th. I have my man, Brian Bitler, with me. Maybe we'll, who knows, maybe Matt Fargo shows up. He's running a little technical difficulties. It happens sometimes. I had some the other day. My power just pops off. It happens. Matt comes in. Awesome. If not, we got 3 Major League Baseball games for you here on Tuesday. We'll get to those in about a minute and a half. You're here. Let's get to it. Thumbs up. First thing you got to do, come in and be like, hey, look, it's Brian and Higgs. Let's go. Thumb up the guys. I'm going to come in here where they got. I'm going to put my pick in the chat here between these games, see how we do. Maybe you're going to thumbs down and be like, oh, these guys stink. You came back. You took the free pick. I watched you come back later, give the thumbs down and say we stink. Sure, that's fine as well. We're here. But you know what you got to do. Notification bell on. So you know we do a Major League Baseball, NBA playoffs, finals, hockey, whatever we got before you go in here on the videos. You don't want to miss out on those. Free picks are free picks. We do our best to win every single one of them. Now, our best bets, our premium plays, our top plays, gamblersworld.net, our sponsor, Brian Bitler, myself, 14 other handicappers, all of our top plays available right now. 3 730 packages, as always, are guaranteed. We show you a profit over that time, or we scratch your back and you go at it again. Each sport broken down for you. You just want the NBA pass for the rest of the season? That's fine. Jump on the NBA Finals pass. You want Major League Baseball just for the rest of the season? We got you covered there. Daily passes $69.99, which are pretty good on a day like today where you have Stanley Cup, NBA, MLB. You know, multiple passes from guys. Get the one-day all access. It's got you covered there at gamblersworld.net. Also, there are articles. Our guy, he was here yesterday with me, Doug Upstone. NBA, NHL previews up on Gamblers World. You like to read? I'm a reader. I like to read. I know sometimes people like the videos, but there are articles as well. So we got you covered there. Speaking of getting you covered, Brian Bitler, we're going to cover a couple games here today. Let's just jump into Matt's game real fast, and then we'll jump into our stuff here. Detroit and St. Louis, Scooble and Fetty. We're just talking off air because, I do pick the games ahead of time. I'm trying to find good matchups and marquee games, and I just seem to have picked everyone that has a monster line today. I was not expecting a 195 for Scooble on the road here. I mean, this is 170. That line has moved already from this morning. Listen, I like the Tigers. I got an over Tiger ticket. St. Louis, though, again, I'm a little biased. I got an under win ticket on these guys, Bri. 8-2 run. They've been winning. Fetty's been pretty solid on the air. Better at home. Better on the road than at home. I cannot come in and tell people to lay as much as I love Scooble, and he's probably the top lefty going in baseball. Run line's minus 110. Maybe a total in this one? What, you got any kind of lean on a big game like this?
Well, for me, I'm going to go with the St. Louis Cardinals plus the 1.5. You look at Eric Fetty over his last 2 starts, 14 2/3 innings, I believe, 0 earned runs given up. So he's pitched solid. Cardinals at home have been phenomenal. Tigers on the road I think they're near 500 on the road, maybe slightly above. So for me, you're getting 1.5 at almost no juice, minus 110, not bad. So for me, I'm going to take the Cardinals, who are 8-2, last 10 overall, playing solid baseball. I'll take the plus 1.5 in the Cardinals.
Yeah, I was going to say, I would lean more towards taking the dog here at the 160 mark than laying the big number. But again, I'm not a big plus run guy. A lot of times you got to lay, you're taking a 110. It's like, oh, like 130, 140. No, thank you to that. But again, minus 110. Why can't this be a 4-3 game? I won't be shocked if it's a 4-3 kind of game like that. I'll ride with you on that because I like the dog in this spot anyway. So there's that. A little bonus play for everybody here. This was going to be Matt's game, but we'll give it to you anyway because that's what we do. We love giving you the freebies here. If you want a best bet on this game, head to gamblersworld.net. Although I do not have this game, Brian obviously doesn't have this game. Gamblersworld.net, someone will have this game for you. Let's hope not. I don't want somebody laying 190. But anyway, let's move on to the next game, Brian. First of all, we're going to be talking Texas and the Yankees. Warren is laying. Here's another one. I mean, a 198 run line, though, plus 102, total 8.5. Patrick Corbin, reborn in Texas, this guy. He's been not everyone wants to run. It's Patrick Corbin. You just have to fade this guy. He's terrible. He's actually been a decent starting pitcher. He's not been his gas can self. Will it arrive here in the Bronx? Why do I feel like the Yankees are a team that could come in and again we've talked about right me Chip Doug the Yankees are a team to me with that offense. I feel it's a smoke and mirrors bunch. That being said, a 10-4 game today would not shock me, but neither would like a 4-1 game. What do you think here about Corbin? First of all, before we get to that, tell us how your weekend was, what you got on tap here at Gamblers World on the premium side of things, and then jump into your Texas and Yankee tip.
Yeah, finally 2 straight winning days in a row. And don't forget the WNBA. When you ran down the sports, you forgot ladies basketball. And I've started I lost my first game in WNBA, but come back over the last couple to get some W's here. I got my titanium best bet in the NBA tonight over at gamblersworld.net. Definitely, I think it's the best bet in the board. But overall, I got plays in Major League Baseball, NHL, WNBA across the board today. So hoping to do well. Now, if we get into this game here, I do like the Cardinals plus 1.5 that we talked about earlier, better than this one. But I'm going to lean towards the New York Yankees minus 1.5 for my pick. I just think Patrick Corbin doesn't strike out enough batters here. He has a nice ERA and everything, but this Yankees lineup's pretty tough. If you look at Will Warren over his last 2 games, he's only given up 3 earned runs over 12 and a third, so he isn't pitching bad baseball. He's not going to win any Cy Young awards, but I think at home, the Yankees run line, I think they can get to Corbin.
The Yankees, again, Judge is having a ridiculous season. Goldie's off to a super hot start. But after that, listen, I got a belly over home run ticket for him because I thought short porch, good hitter's park. And why did I think that he'd be hitting ahead of Judge and not behind him? You figure you don't want to pitch the Judge. But teams like to pitch the Judge for some reason. 1-1 in the 8th inning. Oh, let's throw the Judge. Let's do it. The lineup to me is just a wacky bunch. So, but they score runs. I mean, look at the run differential. Plus 90 run differential, Brian.
And their bullpen's pretty solid as well. But
that's it. The Yankees to me again. I think I hate saying smoke and mirrors when you have a Hall of Fame player on your team. But it's just a weird team. I can't get a real kind of feel on them. I like to fade them sometimes as big faves. Like even here, do I feel Will Warren should be a 2-1 favorite? Absolutely not. Who the heck is Will Warren? But then you look at the other side. Texas cannot hit. This is a team. At one point, they were in first place in the West. They were like, I think 14-10 or 15-9 in first place. Yeah. Now they're. I think they've gone 10 and 15 since then.
And I'd be surprised if Patrick Corbin can keep up this kind of pace. He's just he can't strike out batters, so he needs to hit his spots.
He's a 5-inning guy. The pitch to contact nonsense. It's not like was ever coming in and striking out 2 guys an inning and having those kind of numbers. Again, Brian's free pick, run line Yankees. I'm showing a plus 102 as I do this very second. Could be a little different sometimes. You shop around, and depending when you watch the show, it might be a little different number than what it is. Free pick, Yankees run line, plus 102. As Brian mentioned, he's got WNBA, hockey, NBA. Get a day pass for $69.99 from Brian today and start making a little money. He's got you covered at gamblersworld.net. Again, baseball, I'm going to flip back to the other day here. 8-12 with baseball free picks here. So a little slow out of the gate. It happens. And was I part of that problem? Absolutely, I was part of that slow out of the gate problem. That has not been the case, though, Brian. 5-0 day yesterday for me. I think I'm on like a 25-10 run or something along those lines the last week and a half. Baseball's turned around for me. I was kind of spinning the wheels. Not the case now. I expect the free picks to turn around. But, again, baseball at gamblersworld.net. My 3-pack is my best plays. Go get those. And this game here I'm going to talk about not that close. I had Arizona in the over last night. This one almost made it again. Yamamoto and Ryan Nelson. I got a sigh on Yamamoto. 15-1. odds-on favorite, 104 wins, supposed to be the best team. You think being on a team like that, you should win. We're old school guys, right, Bri? A guy on this kind of team should win 20 games. You know, he should have like a Doc Gooden 24-4 kind of record. What was projected of the Dodgers this year? Now, have they lost 4 in a row? Are they 29-19 and have you in the hole probably about $300 if you take it to every game this year? Yes.
Yep.
I cannot come and tell you to take a 220. You want to do a run line on the bunch line, a 122. I can understand. They got their ace. This is really about Ryan Nelson for me here. He's back in the rotation. This is like a spot start for him. He's got 10 games, but he's been out of the bullpen. And you look at the little numbers from this year, Bri, 10 innings, 9 hits, 7 runs. And like, oh, he's terrible on the road. How? You got a 70 ERA because you're coming in and whatever, the 6th, 7th, 8th inning. Maybe you're mop-up time. I'm not, I'm not following Arizona every second to know when this guy comes in and gives up a base hit for 2 runs to score in the 7th or 8th inning or in mop-up duty. But I do know from years past that when these guys went on a World Series run, this guy was out of the rotation. Our guy P. Fatty came in and took over the reins from him. So that's what they really think of Ryan Nelson. The Dodgers, you saw it last night, they're down 7-0, and all of a sudden they get 4 home runs from Betts and Ohtani, and that's what they do. I think they're going to hit Ryan Nelson here. I'm even going to throw out a couple of Ruby props for you as well. We're going to go over the 9.5 because Arizona can hit themselves. I think the heavy lifting, though, today is going to be all Dodger work. I think the Dodgers are going to really hammer this cat, break out of their funk. They've dropped 4 in a row. I'm not taking a team on losing streaks, 3, 4, 5 in a row. It's like, are we going to run and take the Orioles? Say, hey, they lost 7 in a row. They're due to win. No, that's not the case. No one thought the Dodgers would get swept by the Angels. They did. No, they'll bounce back. They didn't. Teams go on losing streaks, folks, in baseball. Very common. 3, 4, 5 game win streaks, 3, 4, 5 game losing streaks. But over the 9.5, that is my play. And Ribby-wise, Bri, Betts is a plus 145. Pages is a plus 145. And Ohtani, he was like even money. I'm going to go 2 for Ohtani at a plus 350 pop.
That's not
there you go. A little bonus action in the Ruby. I like my Ruby props. 63 and 102 with Ruby props this year for me, plus 1695. So, again, plus monies. I'm not going to tell you I'm like minus a 105 nonsense. Doesn't happen. Go ahead, Brian.
Yeah, for me in this game here, and I'm not a guy that rarely comes on and says take the Yankees and the Dodgers, but I think today I'm going to take the Yankees and Dodgers. I'll take the Dodgers minus 1.5. They've lost 4 straight. Not that they're due, but this is a high number for a team that's lost 4 in a row. I think Nelson only goes 4 innings tops, and
Exactly.
the Dodgers are probably starting to feel the tightening coming in. They need to get a W. Yamamoto has been hit a little bit over his last 2 starts, so I can see that over. But for me, I'll take the Dodgers and lay that minus 1.5.
Yeah, I'm with you. I was this close to rolling out a Dodger run line. It's just tough taking a team on a losing streak. But if there's ever a get right kind of spot, I think this is it. You're facing a bullpen, 5th starter, spot starter type of guy. You've hit some home runs in a losing cause. You put some runs on the board. Why do I feel, like I said about the Yanks, this could turn into something? We saw it not the other day, but I remember Dodgers dropped like a 14-3 on somebody out of the blue. That's where I think this one's kind of going. Maybe it was that A's game or something. Was it the A's they hammered? Either way, I think the 9.5 is a good play. A Dodger team total, folks. It's a little added bonus. I'm with Brian. I think this is. I don't like betting teams losing or on losing streaks, but sometimes you'll get a spot and be like, well, the old proverbial get right, get back in the win column kind of game. Me and Brian kind of agree with that there. Probably a run line is a little bonus action, but show picks. Over 9.5, Dodgers, Arizona. Yankees run line plus 102. The little bonus play, we're talking about the St. Louis Detroit game. That was Matt's game. Couldn't make it today. We lean the dog there. So if you want to jump in, again, that is not counting towards our record. I do not count that because that's kind of just us talking amongst ourselves here. We're just doing our little coffee chat there. What was that coffee chat back at SNL back in the old days? Table talk, whatever.
The old table talk. Yes, I got to say, though, out of the three we went over, I do like the Cardinals the best out of the group. But
How crazy is that? He likes the Cardinals the best on the run line. There you go.
Well, but that's because I like those type of plays, the dog, so maybe that's why.
Whatever. We're going to add it. It's being added. If you cut off the show, you missed it. I'm adding it. St. Louis run line plus 1.5, and it's minus 110. So it's not even a crazy, juicy number. Run line plus the 1.5, minus 110. We'll add it as a bonus. That's what we do here. We're trying to make money. Speaking of making money, again, the free picks are the free picks. You hear us talk about the games. You don't like laying these kind of numbers, this and that and the other. GamblersRoll.net, I say it each and every day. That is where our best bets are. That is where our premium plays are. That's where we put the proverbial money where our mouth is. That is where it's at. Get a 3, 7, or 38 package. Brian told you he's got multiple packages up today. A daily pass is a great one to have on a day like today from Brian. I got a 3-pack up. You see the leaderboard? You want MLB? Check it out. NBA? Check it out. Hockey. It's playoff hockey. It's the finals. We're in conference finals for NBA and NHL. Use the leaderboard. People who've been winning. Not this isn't social media, folks. And you're on look at my Discord. I'm hot for the last 3 days. This leaderboard's been going on since the start of the season. That's it. It's not. They were on a good run for the last 2 days. And that's not what it is. It's a leaderboard for the entire season. Consistency. That is what we do here at GamblersWorld.net. That is why we say take a 30-day package or weekly package. It's more than just a day. So get on board at GamblersWorld.net. Again, over Dodgers, Arizona 9.5. Yankees run line plus 102. And the bonus, Cardinals run line plus 1.5 is only minus 110. I'm more of a plus money guy, but Bryce is his favorite one on the board today out of the 3-pack today. So we're going to ride it because I like the dog as well. And if you get the run line, chances are you're probably going to pull out a underdog winner here over the Tigers. So there you go on a Tuesday. Right. Enjoy lunch. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye-bye.